Welcome back to my channel and happy first day of fall. Hey guys, I'm Emily of Not a Machine and we are going to do a fall knitting plan video. As it is the first day of fall and the autumn equinox, I thought it would be very appropriate to jump on this trend and hold myself accountable, get my notes out there, just see what does get done and look back on it, maybe even like next year when I do another video and say, oh, look, I made all of these that I wanted to make, or even in a few months, you know? So I have my laptop and I have some notes, so if you see me looking down there, that's what I'm looking at. I'll try to not do it so much, but I do have quite a lot to talk about. I have 10 patterns I want to talk about, and that is very ambitious for me because I'm sure I'll only make 2. But if I can make 3, that would be so cool. I did already finish 1 garment, and that is what I'm wearing. We'll talk about that in a moment. And yeah, I am really excited. I've got like what kind of yarn I want to use, talk about colors, show the pattern for people that aren't familiar with it, and just get into it. But before we start, I do want to say a big thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Ana Luisa. Ana Luisa is a super affordable jewelry company. Their pieces start as low as $39. They're tarnish free, so like say goodbye to your skin turning green because who likes that? Not me. If you're in the United States, the shipping is free, and they also have a worry-free guarantee. So I think in like, excuse me, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry about that. But if in 2 years you're not satisfied with what you have, or if something goes wrong and it breaks or anything, you send it in, you get a replacement. Super quick, super simple. And yeah, I don't know, I just feel like they really elevate my knits and my outfits and it's easy. Like it's very just like put on a stack and like you can go from casual, like kind of boring to just like, oh, I feel like I could go out and go on a big date or something. So I want to talk about the things I'm wearing. I have these double hoop earrings. I think they're called Scarlet. They're so cutie. I love them so much. And then I'm wearing my all-time favorite one right now. I've been like super obsessed with is this heart necklace. It's called the Lev. I love it so much. It's so chunky, it's so cute. And I also have on the tiny butterfly. It's called Saraz. Love that one. Love it so much. And I threw in one that I've owned for quite a while. Just this one. I don't know if you can see it. Super dainty, super cute. I don't know the name of that one, but I wanted to wear it to show, like I've had that one for 2 years and they both look brand new, or they all 3 look brand new. So I love that. One more thing about Ana Luisa is that they come in these awesome pouches. I'm sure you've all seen these before, but I just think it's so cool because I will just throw my jewelry all over and I'll get super tangled, and this makes me take off my jewelry, put it away, store it, and I know it's safe. So if you want to be like me and be so cute, you can shop my code for 20% off, and I will put the link in my description as well. Okay, so we are ready to start. And the first, I guess, let's see. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to look at it just so I can kind of talk about it. So if you follow me on Instagram or on TikTok, which if you don't, you should. I'll put my links in the description. I've talked about this one already, and it's a newer it's a newer pattern. It's called the Honey Vodka Lemonade by Thea Coleman. She's got a bunch of different like vodka lemonade or like whiskey sour or like alcoholic drink names, and it's kind of cool. But yeah, I saw this one just scrolling through my Ravelry and I was obsessed with it. I think the photo shoot that they did for this just really inspired me, and I want to copy the outfit completely. Same color yarn. I want to do it exactly like this. But yeah, it's just so, I don't even know like exactly what to say about it, but I love, 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 love a raglan. I love working top down, and I love the shoulder seams. And it's just so simple. There's this like teeny tiny slit in the side at the bottom. It's kind of like lacy at the raglan seams. And it looks so comfortable and so perfect. And I'm gonna make it exactly like this picture. And the yarn that she used is Beaver Slide Dry Goods. It's a mix of merino mohair. And it says it's like a heavy worsted weight, and I guess / Aran weight. So we'll see how much that costs, and maybe we'll get the exact same one. But I also was looking at Sonder Yarn Co. Someone made one in that yarn, and that one looked really, really good as well. But I also am thinking about, what if I use Cascade 220? Maybe put a little bit of like light mohair in there. So we'll see what happens, but I know that one I will be making first, and that one will be the one. If I only make one, it will be this one, the Honey Vodka Lemonade. But yeah, so also I didn't talk about this, but I am wearing my first finished fall garment, and they are called the Sleeve Vibes by Sakio. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. But they're so cute. They're just sleeves, and the back is a little bit longer than the front, obviously. And I'm so excited. I finished this last night because I really wanted to wear this for the video, and I haven't woven in the ends, and I haven't really blocked anything yet, and that's why it's a little funky looking, but once it gets blocked, it's gonna be absolutely perfect. The yarn is Super Glow Fiber. I've had it in my yarn pantry for a while now, and every time I looked at it, I was like, oh, I don't think I really like this yarn. But once I started making the swatch for this, I loved it. I was like, oh, it's blue, and blue looks awesome on me. So I figured this is perfect. It's very fall. It's a little moody, which I feel like I'm on the opposite side of moody colors, but this works. This works so well. Okay, so number 2, and also this isn't really in any order. I guess the first one was in an order, but the rest of these just I wrote them out how I wrote them out. So the second one is the Tessellated Vest by Andrea Mowry, and this was all over Instagram, YouTube, Ravelry, everywhere. And it was the Rhinebeck sweater, so kind of cool that everyone's gonna be wearing this. Well, a lot of people will be wearing this at Rhinebeck. But she also has a vest version, and I think I would get more use out of the vest. So if I'm gonna make one of her tessellated things, I think I'm gonna do the vest. And yeah, I also talked about this in my TikTok, but Andrea Mowry's patterns and photos are very moody. Let me use that word again. Dark, mysterious, moody, her color choices that she uses. So I haven't ever made anything from her patterns before because her photos have been a little, is that me, you know? But I saw Millie of What's Millie Making make one in these perfect, like pink, bright colors. And so I knew I could do it. So we're gonna go with, I think I want to use the yarns suggested, which is Spin Cycle and then 2 of Farmer Daughter's Fibers. Yeah, this one will be a very pricey project, I think, but I think it's worth it. And I think the vest will obviously like have less yarn. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that one. I want to do bright color. I want to do pink, pastel-y, yellowy. Even if this becomes like a spring vest, I feel like that would be really good. Just knowing Texas weather, like, I don't know, I can't really make so many heavy sweaters and stuff because I don't know how much use I'm gonna get out of it. But yeah, that's another one. Okay, so then the third one is the Moonset Tee by Ozetta. This one I feel like is kind of funny that I'm mentioning it, because if you go and watch all of everyone on KnitTube's like summer knitting plans, they all talk about this shirt, this t-shirt. Or you go look at like t-shirts, all t-shirt patterns to knit this summer. They talk about this, and I wanted to make it for the summertime but never got around to it, and knew that I would be able to wear this in our fall and probably even into like our winter, because I could wear a sweater over it, or I could wear a jacket over it, or a shawl, and it would just be so cute and so perfect. But yeah, so I had the yarn I'm going to use for it. It was the only yarn that I bought at the Dallas Fiber Festival, and it's cashmere. It's my first ever cashmere purchase, and this is it. It's so nice and soft. Let me get out both of them so you can see. It's so nice and soft. I love it so much. Thumbnail. And yeah, it's just so cutie. It's from Robin's Promise Yarn Co. And this was their show color. It's just so cute. Before we left for the festival, my mom sent me their Instagram that was announcing this color, and she was like, you have to get this. It reminds me of something that you have. And I do have yarn that looks exactly like this. This base is a little bit more, like, it's a little darker, the base of this one. And the base of the other one I have that has the same colors is lighter, so. And it's not cashmere, like this is cashmere. So I also think using cashmere for the Moonset Tee is gonna make it very fall appropriate. Okay, the next sweater that I became really fixated on and really obsessed with is called the Sarong sweater. It's by, I don't know. It's called Agio Knit. I could go and like see what her name is. Let's see. Okay, it doesn't have her name, but I'll have it written out and everything. So this one I saw Helly, I think her name is Helly, of Helly's Knitting Journal, I think her name. She made this. She made it in this perfect little dusty pink color, and I loved it. I have always wanted to make like a tiered textured sweater like this, and this is like the perfect, it fits it checks all the boxes. It even has this really awesome detail in the sleeve where it's like a button, like a thick buckle that puts it together, as you can see. And I love that. I think like using a really bright color would be so cool, and it would just tie the whole thing together. As for yarn, so they want you to use a light fingering and a lace held together. So I would use like a mohair, or I mean a suri, and then a fingering weight yarn. They use beaches and booches, cashmere, and mohair and silk. But what I am planning on doing is using Yarn Matter yarn. Erin has a perfect dusty pink that I've already worked with before. Some of it is in my cloud bow dress, and I want to make this one. I feel like I want this one to be another one I absolutely make this fall. But I was on the Ravelry and I was looking through other people's projects and looking at their notes, and one of the very first ones was like, do not make this pattern. Like, if you're English speaking, like, do not do it. And I got really scared and discouraged, and I mean, I haven't even bought the pattern yet, so I have to buy it to even like see how it's written and everything. But that one comment, I was like, oh man, am I gonna be able to make this? So we'll see. I've also been kind of looking around to see if there's other patterns that are like this, that aren't the petite knit one. I think Kutyo Vika, she has one that's kind of like this, but it's more cable-y, and I think I like this, like, I don't even know what it is. Like, they're like exaggerated knit stitches. I don't know what that stitch is called, but I love it. So we'll see. I'm probably gonna do it. And if it goes wrong, then I'll make something else, I guess. Okay, so the next one is the Pressed Flower Shawl by Amy Christophers. Y'all have probably seen this all over the place. She has a pressed flowers saga of things. She's got a cardigan, a cowl, maybe a beanie. She's got socks. It's so nice. It's so cute. Last yarn crawl, me and Kimberly were at Hill Country Weavers, and they had a pressed flowers shawl sample, and it was in an orange and green, which I was like, oh, would never wear this. But then we were putting it on, taking pictures in it, and it was so cute. It was so cute. Like, we both were like, we have to make the pressed flower shawl sooner or later. So that's gonna be on my list. It's gonna be maybe we do it, maybe not. It seems like it's kind of a lot of work. I feel like a lot of these are less chill patterns. There's a few. Like, I think the honey vodka lemonade is gonna be chill, because it's kind of just straight knitting. But the pressed flower shawl definitely isn't gonna be just straight knitting. But yeah, I don't know about the color for it. I feel like something crazy like orange and green would be really cool, because I do have a lot of color in my wardrobe that would match with, and it would be okay to wear. But I also do like maybe like a red and a pink. I think that could be really cute. It could be done for Valentine's Day, maybe. But yeah, so I think that would be really cool. It's also, I think it's like mosaic. Okay, yeah, it's mosaic knitting, and I've never done that before. So I think that would be really cool to do a new thing and then have a really pretty garment after. Number 7 is the Aurora Vest by Nomad Stitches. This is a crochet pattern, and I don't think I've talked about crochet on here before. I knit and crochet. I think I mainly knit, but I did start out more so in the crochet world. So it feels like I need to make one for the fall. The Aurora vest is super cute. It plays into the trend of like slip over but with ties on the side. Erin made one for her booth at the Fiber Festival, and it came out so beautifully. It's so cool because the back of it has this nice design of kind of mountains, sort of. So it uses 3 different colors on the back, and then the front is just the one main color. I think I have some stash yarn that I would like to use for it. It seems like a quick, easy project. And then I can be super trendy this fall. But yeah, I really like the idea of wearing something to warm you here, instead of, you know, like being here in Texas, I maybe won't need to cover my arms all the way. So a little tie vest will be perfect. And then because we're talking about crochet, we'll get into another crochet project that I'm thinking about, and that is the Willow Sweater by Toni Lipsey of TL Yarn Crafts. She was one of the very first crocheters I found on YouTube, and I adore her. She's so wonderful. She's so nice, and she's so beautiful and has awesome patterns. And her color and everything, and I love it. I feel like I would either want to use scraps for this, or I could go for her Happy Place yarn that just was announced with Hobie. It's so pretty. It looks like I would just want to sleep with it and hold it on my face and never let it go. And there's really good colors too. So yeah, maybe we'll do Happy Place yarn for the Willow Sweater. It just looks so simple and so timeless and cozy. I have to make it. Okay, and then number 9, hopping on the train finally and wanting to make the Ranunculus by Midori Hiroshi. This is like knitter's rights or knitter's passage of whatever. Like every knitter, I think in their lifetime should make it. Maybe we'll see after I make it, and I can tell you what I think. But so many people have made it, and I want to do it because I do love the pattern. I think it's beautiful. I love lace. I want to make more lace things. But yeah, so I was looking at the Ravelry page a lot this morning, and you can go and make yours very wispy and light, or you can go and make it very dense and thicker, right? Or you can find anything in between. And I feel like I'm leaning more towards making a thicker garment, and maybe, like, I don't think I want to make it wispy, but I would make it in between or very far, like leaning towards heavier. I was looking through and seeing what kind of yarns people use, and in my mind I was like, could I use Cascade 220? Maybe? Like, it's supposed to be worsted weight, I think, is the heaviest. But I think about it and I wonder how the lace would look with worsted weight or with that Cascade 220. But I did see another one that I really liked, and they used brushed alpaca, or they used drops brushed alpaca silk, and it was in this light blue color. So I think I might go for that. They're both very affordable yarns, so there's not really a problem there, but I don't know. I think I need to like scour the internet a little bit more, see if anyone's ever made one in Cascade 220, and then just choose from there. Okay, and then we're gonna get into the last pattern. So, little story. When we were at the Dallas Fiber Festival, a booth, they were the chick who knits, I think. I have all my business cards here. A chick that knits. They are so cool. Here's their info if anyone wants to like screen grab this. They were awesome. They had one of the best booths at the Fiber Festival, and it was so inspiring. I feel like most other booths I walked into, I wasn't very like inspired by anything, but this one I was super happy with. I loved everything that they had out there. And they had the drawing sweater by Tomomi Yoshimoto. Super cute, right? They made theirs in a light blue and white, white flowers and light blue body, and I loved it. I think I was just like, that's the yarn I'm gonna buy for that project. I didn't, but I tried it on and it was really weirdly fitting me, and I think it is because they were hanging it, and so this part of the sweater was kind of like bunching up like that, kind of like this is doing, and I think it was literally just because it was hanging on a hanger, because the girl showed me a picture of her wearing it and it looked absolutely stunning. So this one's not out of the question, but once I was making this list, I remembered there's another sweater that I think I like more, and it was one of the very first sweaters I saw someone on a knitting podcast talk about, and that is the Papa sweater by Junko Okamoto. Let me tell you, I love this sweater. I love everything about it. The sleeves, I love how it kind of balloons a little bit and it cinches. I love that it's kind of like one stripe of flowers all the way around. I love color choices that you could do. The one I really am liking is like that tannish, I think it's the color of the picture, but it's like the red flowers and then it's kind of like a tan brown color body. And I would love to do that. I also would love to do some sort of bright color or even do that light blue and white color. So I have a choice between those two. So I guess there's 11 patterns on this list, but if I took one out, it would either be the drawing sweater or the Papa sweater, and I think it would probably be the drawing sweater. But yeah, I remember seeing this woman talk about it and being like, wow, like this was so hard for me, and it was like a big feat, like that I finished it, and it scared me. So I think I kind of put it in the back of my mind and I like stopped thinking about it. But I'm really glad that I was able to look at it again. And I feel like I know I could do it. I know I could make it and it would look really good. So we'll probably do that one, I think, if we're being honest. And I also think I would use Erin's yarn again and do like a light blue and a white color. And yeah, I feel like this is a really good list. I feel like I, again, will not be making every single one of these, but I know for sure I'll be making the honey lemon, the honey vodka lemonade. Absolutely will be making that one. I think absolutely we'll be making the ranunculus. I think so. But we'll see. This will be cool. I can look back on it and be like, oh, what was I kidding? I literally didn't make any of these. Or like, maybe I don't even make, whatever. Anything could happen. But I am really excited because I've already finished one fall garment. And that feels really good because today is the first day. So I'm already caught up, right? I'm already on track. But yeah, let me know what you think of this list. If you have any suggestions for yarn, if any of you have already made one of these patterns, let me know how it went. I'd love to see some pictures of it. And yeah, I think that is it. I think that's it. I'm really excited for the upcoming fall. It definitely feels better outside. It's still hot, but after having like 100+ summer, day after day after day, like 87 degrees in the morning feels really good. I think it's probably going to be around 99 today or 98 or something, but we'll take it. It's not 101. And yeah, I am just excited to be cozy, to make some fun things. I am really excited to work with this cashmere, so maybe actually the moonset tee will be an absolute that I make. But again, we'll see. If you like this video, please hit the like button and make sure you subscribe. Okay, see you later. Bye.